Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, I have made 100 videos over the last 2 years, and these have ranged from okay to awful in quality. And I just decided that after my 100th video, I would kinda do a video showing how I make videos. To, I don't know, inspire the masses or something. So, the first thing that I ever used to record YouTube videos was my laptop, which was not good. And for my first video, I actually just took my laptop into my basement, closed the door, and sat on an ottoman, just recording it and kind of improvising everything. And then, actually, what I did was, I'm going to show you here in a second. My first thumbnail was this Google Slides presentation that I screenshotted. Now, as you can see, this is for the Minecraft Part 2.5 episode, which never went anywhere, unfortunately. And this is literally how I made that thumbnail. So, pretty basic, but that's how the first thumbnail was made. Then the following thumbnails, I would screenshot the video, a portion of the video that I thought would be good for the thumbnail, and then I would export it to my iPad and use PicCollage to mess with the saturation and the settings and stuff. And that was pretty much how I made my first few videos and video thumbnails until I found the Windows Video Editor, which, I mean, this sucks. This is not good. I actually don't have any projects in here right now. That's fine though, because I don't care enough to see it. Very bad software for editing videos. It was exhausting trying to edit videos like that. So something had to change. I took a hiatus, kind of like for a month or two, back in September of 2020. And when I returned, I was using Premiere Pro. So Premiere Pro was pretty good. My first video was actually, the way I edited with that was, instead of using the ripple delete command, I used the clear command, which meant I had to manually drag every clip back into place so it would work. And that took me like a week to edit. And that was the M249 video. The video before that was also used with Premiere Pro and Photoshop, which I can actually show right now. So as you can see here, all of my thumbnails and a few images I used for Steam, like this one I used for Team Fortress 2 Classic, and this one for Source SDK, and this for a school project. I used Photoshop to create my thumbnails, like all of these. I could use the lens flare, which was good at making mediocre thumbnails into slightly less mediocre thumbnails. And what this essentially allowed me to do was sort of gave me a lot more power to create a decent first impression for YouTube videos. Now, of course, many of these thumbnails are pretty garbage, and I would just mess with the sliders a little bit. But a few of them do actually look okay. Like this one, for example, is kind of a mess of all kinds of stuff. Oh my god, okay, I have to download it. There we go. As you can see right here, this one's kind of a mess. But you know what? It worked. it was an interesting looking thumbnail. People thought, oh, hey, that's like a funny looking video, so I'm gonna watch that video. And then their eyes would be assaulted by my low frame rate because my laptop had been choking on dust for 2 years. And so essentially, I could do a better job making these images, these thumbnails, and memes too. I made memes with this, but that's not quite as important. You know, like my banner picture, I created in Photoshop, and yeah, this allowed me to kind of step it up a little bit in content creation. But now I gotta show Premiere Pro. There you go. All that looks. So if we look here, we can see that all of my projects have been kind of named in this way, and actually my... Oh, god damn it. Okay. I'll show that in a second. It's not working right now. All of my Premiere Pro projects are labeled in such a way that I can like pretty easily ignore that. I can pretty easily find everything. Just and it's very good to keep it organized like that, and it helps me out a lot. This sucks. Okay. Turns out I delete like pretty much all of my stuff that I used to make my videos with, but I'm gonna show you this anyway because I can, even though all the footage is corrupted because it's been deleted or something. But this is essentially what a video will look like on the timeline. You can see I don't mess with the audio settings much, mostly just adding in music, which is copyright free as long as I keep it quiet enough. And the video itself also goes largely unchanged. Like in some spots I will... Is the audio playing? It is not. Okay. So you can see, like, there's some cuts here. Maybe this was, like, something I would zoom in on for comedic effect. Right here is... Oh, yes, the hole. So this, I would, like, add reverb or something to this one. If I look here. Yeah, there's surround reverb. I don't know how the reverb works in Premiere Pro, so I don't use it much. It always ends up sounding terrible. Except for one instance.
See, you're smiling. I see.
But most of the time, it sounds bad. And then at the end of every video, I have this little bit from this one guy's YouTube video. He has not copyrighted it, which is great. I always make sure to put credit in the description. I think he said in the description of the video that it's okay. You can like check him out. He's like a Gmod animator, and he's pretty good. But this is like my own... I cut this up so that it would work in the 20-second time frame that you get. So if I play it right here... God damn, that is loud. So this is actually a separate project, and I can open that up right now. Here we are, outro 2_1_1 is the project, and it's basically been changed because Premiere Pro updated, but like it's very loud. I should probably turn it down, but you know, headphone warning. So if we just play it here. So usually it's like quiet enough at the end here that no one notices the cutoff there. And that's pretty much how all of my outros go. It's a GIF that I found. I thought it looked pretty cool, so I took it and I actually stretch it in my videos because this is at 1080p or something. So I need to scale it up for 2K most of the time. But that's essentially how the video making process goes. So now on to the thumbnails themselves. So these are all the thumbnails I have right now in here. Some of them have been, most of the older ones have been moved onto my external hard drive. But like the more recent stuff stays on here, and you can see some of these are actually too big for YouTube. It needs to be 2 megabytes, so I'll have to downscale them to 1080p or even 720 in order to get it to fit. So like if you see here, this one's 2K and that's like 4 megabytes, too big. So I scaled it down to 1080, still too big, just about, and then down to 720, or at 1 megabyte. No one's even gonna notice the quality change. And some of these are just like so itty bitty teeny tiny, and that's partially because they're in 1080, but like this one right here is, god damn, how many of these are in 1080? Okay, actually a lot of them. There are a few. There are pretty much these two that are in 2K. That one isn't. Okay. Kind of proving myself wrong here, but that's whatever, you know? Not a big deal. And you know, I'll use the sliders and stuff to make it pop out a little bit more. These were the original 2 thumbnails, or rather this was the original thumbnail for the Apex Legends video. This did not end up working out because it's dumb and bad, and it's also just better to just kind of zoom in on this part right here. This is a more eye-catching thumbnail, pretty much. But that's pretty much everything to my content creation. There is, of course, OBS, which I will pull up right now. Right here, we have OBS. We can full screen it so you can't see my desktop. Trust me, it's not interesting at all. But like right here, I have kind of a loud keyboard. So if we go to filters, you can see I have noise suppression on, which is very good for making my keyboard not so noticeable, or like me hitting the desk, like, I don't know if that's even gonna pick up. Let's see. Okay, so it picked up right at the end there, but mostly it couldn't hear it. And also, like, anything outside my room right now, it's kind of there to stop you from being able to hear that. Like, if I stop talking right now, there's a little bit of noise, you can hear it a little bit, but there's like vacuuming right outside my room. So it's good that I have this noise suppression here to kind of keep that quiet. And I would definitely recommend, like, right here, you can just add that. There's no settings you have to set up. Noise gate is a little bit more complicated, so I don't use it. It's confusing and not good, so. Well, I mean, it is good. It's confusing, though, and time-consuming, and I do not have the time to spend on that. Well, that's pretty much it for how I make videos. There is, of course, the process of uploading them, but that's like super simple. Everyone knows how to upload YouTube videos. There's literally just a button right there that you just upload a video. One thing I should mention, you have to export videos in... That just reminded me of something, actually. Alright, give it a second. Okay, so this is Xmedia Recode. It is a free software that an Indian guy on YouTube told me I should use, so of course I was going to use it. And what it allows you to do, I don't know how to make OBS export in MP4, which is what you need to kind of get it to work in Premiere Pro. It works like normal and doesn't tell you to go die. pretty much, because OBS by default exports in MKV, which is useless and bad. So this software, Xmedia Recode, you don't need to update it really. I mean, I haven't updated it. It works pretty much. You can see I have it set to MP4 there. And actually what I should mention here is how to use this software. So if I just grab a video, doesn't matter what kind, I can just grab a useless nothing video. Like, let's see, what's this one? This one's MKV, it's 2 seconds long. We are going to drag and drop this video into here. We're going to select it, we go to video, switch convert to copy. And you want to make sure it's set to like MPEG-4, MP4, whatever. As long as it says H.264, that's pretty much what you're going to want. And then also the audio, convert to copy. And then go back to format. I do that just to be sure that it works properly. And you hit add to queue and encode. And it's like instant because it was a 2 second long video. Normally it'll take a little bit longer than that. And it'll just create a copy of the video but in MP4, which is really useful. So that's pretty much everything about making YouTube videos that I could really think of. I do kind of borrow inspiration from other YouTube thumbnail types or from certain YouTubers. I'll see a thumbnail and I'm like, okay, that's a pretty good thumbnail. I should use that font, or I should kind of set up my thumbnail in a similar way or with a similar idea behind it. Like you can see my super low quality thumbnails. Those are, I don't remember where I saw them, but if you're like smart and original and not like me, then you can just, I don't know, come up with your own ideas on how to make thumbnails. As for me, I typically look at the tried and true methods that have been used already and kind of try to use those. So like I'm probably gonna put some thumbnails on screen and then my thumbnail next to it so you can kind of see where the inspiration comes from. But that's pretty much everything to making YouTube videos, at least in my case. Maybe I'm doing something wrong because it's been 2 years and I have 100 videos and I mean a lot of subscribers. I gotta be honest. I gotta thank you guys for subscribing and not unsubscribing, because that's really great. This is kind of my hobby. It's fun. I feel like I'm actually doing something, and I get to edit, which is awesome. That's like really great. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, which is probably going to be a Portal 2 video. I'm not sure though. Bye.